Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing Beast Wars Transformers Scorponok reissue, and here he is in his packaging, which is in mighty fine shape, which isn't that much of a deal because I'm not going to keep it, but it is very retro, so I'll probably keep the character card, and there it is. Predacon Scorponok Function Desert Attack Commander. Scorponok surprises enemies 3 different ways: by launching its robotic bee, by firing a 2-shot missile blast, and by using its terrifying tail for poisonous cyber strikes. Strength 8, Intelligence 5, Speed 5, Firepower 9, Secret Weapon Location: 1 claw fires secret missiles, other claw launches bee. With Beast Wars The Transformers. With biogenetic engineering, the Transformers have created a perfect cybernetic function between ferocious animals and mechanical technology. The result, heroic Maximals versus evil Predacons. And this is by Kenner, partnered with Hasbro. And that's about it for the packaging. And voila! We have him out of the box. And as you can see, he is a pretty cool looking scorpion. And the spring-loaded effects are very sensitive, as you may have just witnessed. Yeah, so as you can see, as I was going to reveal eventually, this 1 claw right here launches the bee that was mentioned on the box. All you do to launch it is press it and it goes flying. And the bee obviously is part of his claw. You can focus, you can see the little 6 feet for the bee. The head, which is actually fairly nice, silver for the teeth, black for the eyes, and blue plastic for that section, with, of course, blue plastic for the wings, which are, of course, part of Scorponok's claw, and then more semi-translucent blue plastic with yellow paint for the back of the bee. And that's pretty much it for this flying bee, and I'll just set that off to the side because who knows, it's probably going to go flying again if I just leave it on there. And then on his other claw, as you can see, it has 2 missiles, and then of course you can open up his claws, but this one activates the missiles by pretty much opening this side of the claw, and there it goes, and there it goes. So 2 shots, you press part of the way to get one of them to shoot out, and then you press the rest of the way to get the second one to shoot out. So that's pretty much what you do to launch the missiles. For transfer, well, I guess before transformation, let's go ahead and get a good look at Scorponok in his Scorpion mode. And right there is his Scorpion noggin, which is done in gray plastic with a little bit of red paint, molded in detail. And then his little mandible things, which are part of his feet, but you can open those up a little bit if you want to make it like he's opening his mouth or talking like he does in the show. And then he has 8 red scorpion legs. They're all just connected on one piece and connected together like that, probably just to keep it stronger as a whole, and it rotates on a hinge. And then the scorpion tail. It does look a little goofy just the way it is like this, but it does have a really cool gimmick where you can make him strike at any unfortunate Maximals that happen to get in his way. And it is a little tricky to do with just like that, but he actually can hit things in front of him, unlike other than like the Earthrise Scorponok. Yeah, his tail is kind of is laughable compared to the rest of them. Yeah, it's a really cool figure. I really enjoyed him, but it's still pretty laughable when you compare the tail to the rest of him. It's just a token tail to say, hey, he's a scorpion. Okay, so that's about it for his Scorpion mode. To get him transformed to robot mode, it's pretty straightforward. You just want to bring down his feet, which is part of his head, as you can see. And then you got that down like that. And then you want to bring this up like this. And then you want to flip up his head. And then this peg right here will tab into right here, or peg into that hole right there. in between where his legs were pegged in. And then also you just want to rotate his legs down just so that you can get this up there properly. Just peg that in like so. And then rotate this around and pop that up so it sticks up like so. There we are. Tilt the camera up a little bit. And then you just want to fold his scorpion legs around him. So I guess it's part of his ribs slash back. And then you just open up his feet like so. And you pretty much got him in his robot mode. There we are. And just get everything lined up with his claws. And, well, there is one more step. It's completely optional, as you can see, because his head right here is, I think, the mutant armor or whatever it was called. It was a thing that wasn't really explored in the show, but it was in the toy line from what I've researched. And as you can see, this head right here, head sculpt, the armor is actually pretty cool. Red up here, green for the eyes, and what looks kind of like a breathing apparatus type mask with like mandibles kind of on the front. But to just reveal his actual normal head, or head that's somewhat screen accurate, not wholly screen accurate, just open that up and it's just a shell around his head, which is done in like with silver, and then yellow, goldish yellow for the visor, and then white for his face and mouth, which appears to be in a scream of like rage or something. And of course molded detail for his pectorals and chest and all of that. And he does have some really, really pointy feet and really, really big claws and really, really tiny upper arms. For articulation, the head is on a ball joint, although it can be a little tricky with keeping this lined up just right, because it does want to swivel around, but you don't get a whole lot of range with it. For the shoulders, they can do full 360. Arms can go out that far. About 90-degree bends at the elbow. There is a bicep swivel. And then, of course, there is articulation for the claw. Of course, if you have the missiles in here, you don't really want to press up on that because that'll just launch them. Pretty much the same thing on this side. This part of the claw does move. Well, never mind. Actually, this side it doesn't move at all. Oops. And of course, if you mess with it too much, that's going to happen. And then he's without a claw, or at least half a claw. And then he can't quite do the full splits, even if he could. His crotch will kind of get in the way. It's a ball joint. He doesn't really have any hip or thigh rotation, but there is just a little bit just due to the nature of the ball joint. Slightly less than 90-degree bend at the knee. And then, of course, no ankle tiltage, as this is an older figure, or older design, I should say. And then, of course, you get bend at the foot, but that is just for transformation. So, all in all, I would say, especially considering the time period that it is from, I would say that this is a pretty decent figure, although I don't know if this is just for mine specifically, but the ball joints for the hips are a little bit loose, so it is kind of difficult to get him to stand up properly. So that could be problematic, especially in the future, if I transform him too much and mess around with him too much, and he's just probably not going to want to, well, stay upright without any extra support. And I may end up having to either remove the spring entirely from the Bumblebee, or to at least weaken it so it's not as prone to pop off. But he does look like a great display piece for either Scorpion or robot mode. So I've heard that some people say he's better than the Kingdom version. I have not yet got an opportunity to look at it myself, but I look forward to seeing it in the future and doing a review on that. So that's about it for Transformers Beast Wars Scorponok reissue. And if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.